deep breath in. And as you breathe in, feel your belly expand out. Keep your shoulders down. And as you are thinking about breathing right now, also thinking about how your body's aligned up. Your feet are directly under your hips and your shoulders are over your hips. Your legs are loose and not tight locked knees. And on the next breath, we'll bring our arms up over our head. As you inhale, come on up. And then exhale down. And then we'll do your right arm over. And then exhale and inhale your left arm up. And then on this next one, we'll bring our hands all the way up over the head. And then bend your knees down as you bring your arms down past your legs and up behind you. And then inhale back up again. This time come all the way up onto your toes. And then bring your hands down to the side. And we'll repeat and bring your right arm up. And then the left arm up. Focus on really lengthening out the side, lifting the rib cage. As you come up, lift everything up onto your toes, then down, bend your knees, bring your hands behind you, and then inhale up again. All the way up on your toes, bring your hands down, open up that chest. And we just keep repeating this little sequence here. Each time you do it, just reach a little more, a little taller. Feel the stretch a little longer. Okay, keep that going. We'll inhale up again. And down. Here we go, inhale up onto your toes. Open up the chest, bring it down to the side. Last really long stretch. Up again. And then down, sweep it all the way back. Okay, bring your hands down. We're going to bend our legs and go into a chair position. So you're seated back, so your knees are not beyond your toes. They're just above your ankles a bit. And you're sitting back, you're tucking your tailbone in a little bit. And now I want you to take your right arm and put it on your back for support, and then just twist the shoulder back and open up the chest. It's just a little slight twist, and you're supporting with your left hand on your leg. So one hand back, and then the other one is pulling back. And just breathe here. And then exhale back to center. Tuck the tail again, and bring your left arm behind, and you're going to turn your shoulder and look behind you a little bit, open up the chest, breathe, and then exhale back to center. Then round your back as you come all the way up and straighten up and pull your shoulders back. Okay, and then we'll just repeat this. Bring your hands up over your head, bend your knees, sit back so your weight's in your heels, tuck the tailbone in, draw the right arm back, pull the shoulders open, breathe, and then bring your hand down to your knee again, turn the other direction with your left hand supporting your back, breathe here, Bring your left hand back down to your knee. Straighten your whole body up. Bring your arms up over your head. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Get all the circulation going in your feet. Bring your hands down to your side. And let's just bend forward a little bit in here and create an L shape. Straighten your knees out a little. Straighten your back. Put this weight in your legs. And you're just barely touching above your knees with your hands. Breathe here. Bend your knees slightly as you come back up into an upright position. Bring your hands up behind your back. Pull your shoulders back, open up the chest, and engage the top of your legs here, and just lean back. Just a little bit, just to stretch your legs out. Squeeze your glutes. And then we'll come forward again, sliding your hands around right above your knees, straightening your legs, and making that forward to halfway lift position, it's called. Take a breath. Bend your knees slightly, come back up. Bring your hands behind your back to support your back. Pull your shoulders back, open up the chest, and lean. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the legs. You can look up at the ceiling this time. Take a big breath. And then fold forward again one more time. Straighten out the legs. Look at the floor and take a big breath. Bend the knees slightly. We'll just do this one more time. Bring your hands up behind the back. Pull the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes. Look at the wall this time. And breathe. Come on up. We'll come back into a neutral position here. And let's just sway your hips side to side a little bit. Stretching out all the way with your straight leg. You're leaning into that hip. Bending the other leg. Breathing. Nice and deep here. And then we're going to go into a little series of goddess pose. So we'll stretch our legs out probably about 3 feet. Put your feet out at a 45-degree angle. We'll inhale our arms up, and then bending the elbows, come down partway, and these are cactus arms. And inhale up again. This time we'll bend the knees, and this is the goddess leg position. Inhale up, straighten everything, and then come down partway. We'll do this about 4 more times. Inhale up. Exhale into goddess. Flex those biceps and really try to use those arms, just engaging everything really well. The next time we come down, we're going to bring our elbows all the way to the ribs. So all the way down, and relax as you come up and down. If you want to get a little deeper in your legs, feel free to do that. But always focus on keeping your balance. And we'll do 2 more. Great. Now this time we'll bring our arms straight out, keeping your legs bent. You can wiggle your toes, make sure you've got good circulation going on in there. Putting your, so you have like knife edge hands. We're gonna inhale and then exhale, in the center. Anytime you need to straighten up and give your legs a break, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we'll just do 4 more of these arm moves holding the position. Open up that chest, tuck the tailbone in, and 1 more. Straighten up and relax everything. Roll the shoulders back. Go the other way. All right, let's go back up into that pose we just left. And we're going to straighten one leg out and just glide from side to side. You can adjust your feet and make a little wider if that's more comfortable. We're just keeping the one leg bent all the time. Arms might be getting a little heavy here. Just breathe through that. And we'll do 1 more on each side here. And then bring the hands down and just hold. Now, if you need to straighten your legs, go ahead and do that right now, but I'm gonna lift, you can hold the baby here, or you can do a prayer, and we're gonna lift the heels. Things are probably burning a little bit. And 1 more. Okay, let's straighten everything up. Whew. Point the hips forward and just kind of lean forward a little bit with the hips. A little pelvic tilt here. Whew, that's good. 1 more time, bring your arms up and we'll just glide from the side to side again. Each side, and we're going to do a forward fold like we did when our legs were close together. Here is, you can bring your arms down and let's turn our toes forward, and we're going to feel a little bit different muscles engaging here. Bring your arms out and we're going to come forward to whatever point is comfortable for you. I don't want you to lose your balance. If you want to sweep your hands down and go right below your knees, you'll get a good stretch through your hamstrings. Looking at the floor so you have a neutral neck, and focus on the way your legs are feeling, the back of your legs. And you can experiment with going up and down a little bit. Just breathing. When you come out of this, bend your knees slightly, push your feet through the floor, tuck the tailbone, and come on up. Great. And then again, push the hips forward a little bit. You get a little stretch in the front here. Very good. Lifting your heels, you can just heel toe yourself back into mountain pose here in the middle. We're going to go down to the mat, so get down there however you like, going in the tabletop. We'll do a little mat work here. So with tabletop, we're in a neutral spine. Maybe you shouldn't resist the urge to arch your back and let the baby pull your spine down. Instead, bring your back up into that neutral area. Take your left leg and straighten it out to the extent that it can go. I'm going to move a little bit here. Okay, and flex that leg. You've got your toe.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Flex your toe. Push into it. And with your weight on your arms, lift your back extended leg up. So now we have a straight line. Toes are pointed down toward the mat. And now lift your leg just an inch or so and pulse it 6 more times. And then hold it. And drop it down, scissor it behind your other leg. Put your toes into the mat and give just a little stretch through that back leg, straight leg. Take a breath here, and then come on back into tabletop. Round your back up for a cat pose. Drop your chin to your chest. And inhale, neutral spine. Okay, let's do that with the other leg. Stretch your leg back straight, kickstand the toes, push into that leg, straighten it out. Engage all those muscles. Put your weight in your hands so shoulders are over wrists, you're straight down, and then you can lift your back leg. Toes are pointing toward the mat. Hold that, take a big breath. And then you can pulse up and down about 6 times. And then cross the leg over and stretch that leg out. Feel a little bit of a stretch in your side waist area. And bring it on back. Take a breath. Round up the back. Exhale back to neutral. Let's repeat that. Stretch your back leg back. Take a breath. Lift the leg. Pulse 6 times. Drop the leg over to the other side. Take a breath. Push into it. And then come back to neutral tabletop. Inhale and bring your back leg, your other leg back, push into it. And then lift, pulse. Drop the leg, scissor it behind you, push into that. And then come on back to tabletop. Round the spine up into the cat. Take a breath. Come back into neutral. We'll do this series one last time. Stretch your leg out, push into your toes. Lift the foot. Pull 6 times. Scissor behind you. Push into your bent toe. Lead. And come back to tabletop. Round up the spine again. And come back into neutral. Stretch your right leg back again. Lean in. Push into that toe. Breathe. And then lift up back leg. Pulse 6 times. And scissor to the side. Again, engage the leg. Very good. And come back to tabletop. One more big breath in. Rounding the back in the cat. And back to neutral. Kickstand your toes underneath you and walk your hands back. If you would like, you can grab a block here and just sit on it, or you can take a blanket, or you can do both. And we just to sit and create a little space here that's comfortable for you. Legs are back, so we're in this hero's pose. Use the block to help us be comfortable, and raise your hands up over your head. And down. I'm going to turn. Go ahead and raise your hands again up over your head as you breathe in. And then back down. I'm going to do what we did at the beginning. today and go from side to side. And then bring your hands up and just, instead of sweeping the hands back, we're just curling forward and then up and then side to side. And both arms up and bring it down to your knees, chin to chest, and then up. And one more time, side to side. And down. Okay, great. If you can, use your other block, put it out in front of you, and then raise up. And you can grab the block out from between your legs now, so you've got both of these blocks handy. Stand them up. All right, and then we're gonna walk them to the side. Your toes are still kickstand behind you, supporting you like this. You've got your blocks here if you need them. And we're gonna do a camel pose. You can use the blocks to go back just a little bit and really engage your legs here. Try not to put pressure on your back. You're just using the blocks just to help support you so that you can really feel this stretch. Squeeze your glutes. Open up your chest a little bit. Look at the wall in front of you. Keep breathing, and then come back up into upright position again. And what we're going to do is 2 more times. If you're more comfortable with your feet flat, you could try a flat-footed version here. Grab again the blocks and just lean back slightly. And then come back into upright. Take a big breath. As you exhale, lean back. Squeeze those glutes. And back to center. Okay, let's go back in, down, and with a wide stance, so our knees are out on the edges of the mat. We're going to go into child's pose. You can use the block if you want to lay on it. You can put your rear end clear back. You can really be in any angle that you want that's comfortable. And we're just going to relax into child's pose. Straighten out your arms if you can. Just let that belly come down in the middle, settle into it. Think about how your back is feeling, your lower lumbar spine area. Round it up. Nice. Let's come back up here into tabletop. You can leave your legs wide and just circle around here. Just do a nice dynamic movement here. Breathing deeply as you go. Reverse the circle. The other way. If your knees are bothering you, it's nice to put your knees on a blanket if you want. I should have mentioned that before. But feel free to adapt what you need for your body. Okay. All right, let's come back into the tabletop and work our way into a seated posture here. Easy pose. Let's go into windshield wiper pose. So your feet are flat on the floor, you've got your knees up, and then put your hands back behind you. So you can open up the chest a bit. And then lean your knees together like windshield wipers. Then you could drop your knee down toward the ground as far as it's comfortable to you. You can feel it through your hips. And all those leg muscles. Okay, let's do a couple more of those. And come back up into your seated posture. Drop your knees down, put the soles of your feet together. Lift and lengthen the spine area. So shoulders are driving back. This side here, I'm trying to create a straight line up the back. Just drop that baby down, wiggle back and forth a little bit so you're comfortable in your sits bones here. You can use your legs as a little bit of resistance as you pull upward, bringing the chest open and elongating the spine. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. Open up those legs and let the knees drop toward the floor. If you need to ever prop with a block so that you can relax these inner groin muscles, then that's a good thing to do. Just do what's comfortable for you. All right, let's move our feet now into an easy pose. So one foot is back next to your thigh, the other one's next to your shin. We're just comfortable here. We're going to end our practice today in this position. And before we are completely done, let's lift the shoulders up to the ears and down, and breathe in and out. One more time. Very good. Relax. Just move your shoulders around. Get all settled in. If you take your hands, you can just leave them in an open, cupped position on your knees if you want. This is a receiving gesture. Or you can put your hands on your belly just to make a little connection with the baby, send some love there. I have some thoughts I wanted to share with you today as we finish. And just take a breath and close your eyes if you'd like, focusing in on how that air is feeling as it fills you up. And just let go of everything, relaxing into the breath. So today, if you would like to think these words as if they're your own, as I read to you. Today I've moved my body in ways that I don't normally move in a regular day. I have been flexible. I have followed directions, and I have adapted those directions to my own needs as I have listened to my body. I have been flexible, and as I have breathed, I have done so mindfully. I'm gaining strength in my muscles and my mind. I will translate flexibility into the circumstances of my upcoming day. I will mindfully breathe and gain strength to overcome challenges that may arise, because I'm flexible and I'm strong today. I hope that you can use the time that we've spent today to apply it throughout your day in being flexible and strong and kind of going with the flow of whatever happens with mindfulness and just feeling peace as you go. Take another breath or two. And I wish for beauty and light to be with you today. Namaste.